Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm gonna do an ultimate guide, well, not really ultimate, but a guide for movement. Now, in movement guides you probably see a couple of things. For example, never let your stamina get to 0. I'm pretty sure if you searched up movement guide, someone else's video would come before me and they would say that. But no, I'm going to show you how I'm not really pro, I have 12 days. Some of those people have more than me, but I'm here to properly do it. Yeah. So I'm in a private server, hence the command panel. So no one else is in the server with me. So I'm just going to let's do Brandon Works. So, with movement, movement in Forsaken looks very basic, and it sort of is. So see, you have all this. This is usually the size of a map. Wow, usual size of map, and there's size of map. So. With stamina is very important. Let me just show you how important. I'll run from here all the way to this area, to here. And I'll count how many times it takes for my stamina to reach 0. When it reaches 0, I'll stop. Not really. If it reaches 0, I'll stop. Then when it reaches 100, I'll keep going. So, yeah. Let's do this. See? That actually was quicker than I thought. But to run around the map, if you want to actually run and survive from killers, or if you are the killer, you want to have a stamina advantage. So let's say they're at a looping spot like here, like they're over here and you're over here. So you're running over to them because maybe you used unstable eye or an ability to show them, and you start going like this. So you have no stamina, but they have probably max stamina, so they can run, and you're still over there. So let's say this is you. You're the one with max stamina. You don't want to get too far with this. Like, it really depends on your situation. Because some situations you want to run as far away as you can. But some you want to stay decently close. Because here's why. Hold up. Let me just kill myself. I'll become Slasher. Classic Slasher skin. So nobody else is in the game. No survivors, no killers. No one. And so you'll see that my stamina doesn't run out. So it only starts running out when you're like within a certain distance of a survivor, which is very vital because if you stay near them, they won't be able to run infinitely. So for an example, if you're like hiding around them, like following them, they won't ever get a stamina. They won't ever get free running. But also, it can be used to track people. So if your stamina starts going down, you can see if someone's near. This doesn't account for raging pace, okay? Because you can't run in raging pace. Raging pace, it will take you down to like 70 health, 70 stamina. And then when you cancel it, it'll start going up. That's killers. Now survivors. So let's just demonstrate it with Noob. So Noob is not really a noob-friendly survivor. He kind of is, he kind of isn't. It's just that people don't know what the abilities are. They're kind of obvious, except for Bloxy Cola, Slate Skin, Ghost Burger. They're sort of obvious, but I'll show you when to use them. So with Bloxy Cola is when you're behind cover, but they're coming, or you just want distance. You drink your Bloxy Cola and start running. Keep in mind, I have cooldowns turned off. These stuff will have like 1 minute cooldowns, I think. In the old versions, you might have seen footage that like you only have limited stuff, but you don't have limited stuff. You have infinite, but that cooldown. So Ghost Burger is more of like, for an example, if 1x uses Unstable Eye, which will be an obvious sound cue, you can use Ghost Burger to hide yourself. See? So you're not completely invisible. You're harder to see. And undetectable means that, so with certain abilities, it makes it so they can see you through walls. You can't really, like, your body is highlighted. So with that in mind, yeah, just keep that in mind. With Raging Pace, yeah, all of that boring stuff. Now, looping is a little tricky for newcomers because they don't know what the hell they're doing. Luckily, I'm here to show you. So looping you just wanna, so looping is simple to say, but not very simple to pull off. So you might think looping is just running around a object, just running, but no, it's actually, well, it kind of is, but there's more to it than that. You want to always check behind you, see if the killer keeps following you, because for an example here, if they stop following you, they can come around and drop off there and like catch you by surprise. So you always want to check behind you. 1x is probably the easiest to counter loops because he has entanglement and stuff. But let's talk about stamina managing and not killers. So, like, as everybody else says, don't let your stamina reach 0, but just because it hits 0 doesn't mean it will regenerate slower. There's actually something called, like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like where you get to 0 stamina, but you didn't use all your stamina. That's don't do that. You always keep up at least like over 5 stamina. Or maybe at least 10. Always keep at least 10. Because then, if like, sticky keys. For example, with mass infection, you just go do that. And entanglement, that. But yeah, you don't. So if you're like running to places and you're not running from the killer, maybe you keep your stamina above 85. So like this, just keep doing this. It may seem a little impractical, but trust me, if you run into the killer at 0 stamina, you're not living. Unless you get like a stun, unless you're like guess and you get a parry for 4 seconds, you're not getting that stamina back. Unless someone stuns. Or they're just not good, not experienced. So, yeah. But another tip, if you're getting chased, try to not let your stamina reach 100. Now, this may seem surprising, but if you're getting chased, letting it get 100 is stamina you're not letting. So, for an example, 100, you could use that stamina and then regen it. Use that stamina, regen it. Use it, regen it. You don't want to let it hit 100 because that's a waste. So you can stutter step like this it's not really stutter stepping, it's stutter running. But with this, you're around max and you're getting places. Yep. So I think that's all the basics. But let's go back to looping. So with looping, spot, okay, so not looping, let's say for example here in Brandon Works, look at my run speed. If I were to jump down, watch my run speed. It slows for a little bit. Because that's when, if you jump down from a high height, you get slowed for a little bit. And that's not good for looping. If it's slow like this, like low like this, you get little stamina loss, slowed. But if it gets like decently high, like it can be twice your height, so about around there, and it slows you down a little bit. The higher it is, the more impacting it is. Alright, so let's talk about the items. So with the items, Bloxy Cola, both with Noob's ability and the normal one, they're kind of different. Let's go over the differences. So the Bloxy Cola with Noob's ability is definitely faster, but it only gives you speed 1 as far as I believe. With normal Bloxy Cola, it gives you either speed 1 or speed 2. Oops. And yeah, but it takes long. You can always, so you can hold it. You can always stop it by unequipping it. Look, oh wait. Where'd my Bloxy Cola go? Oh, there it is. I think this is for mobile and computer, but you just gotta double tap that to drop it. But also with computer, you can just press backspace. It's also a thing. Okay. So with medkit, it takes around like 10 seconds. Don't use this in front of killer, because if you get hurt while doing a medkit, it cancels it. It doesn't cancel the healing. You still get the medkit back. But yeah, with the Bloxy Cola, it's like maybe 5-6 seconds. And yeah, okay. Now we've gone through the bare basics. Let's go on some character specific things like noob. Slate skin makes you basically invincible, and you could even say camouflage. Like, look at this. You can't see me! I actually didn't realize that, but yeah. Slate skin is like one of Noob's most important part of his kit. I'm holding a slate skin bottle, bro. What? I'm just... Yeah, that kind of makes you almost invisible. Yeah, okay, that's noob. Let's go with the two other characters. I'm only going off the basics of the free characters. So let's do Shedletsky. Shedletsky, okay. So this isn't the classic skin for Shedletsky. I have another skin on. Elliot, take that off. So with Shedletsky, he's kind of one of the basic, but one of the most noob-friendly survivors, kind of. Because with the Shedletsky, if he eats his chicken, he gets healed 40 damage over time. I mean, he heals 40 health over time, but if someone hits him while he's eating, he's healing from his chicken, it stops healing him, which is bad. That includes So there's a poison river in one map. That includes stepping in that. Uh-oh. Yeah, he has slash, which makes him pull out his sword and slash. It stuns the killer, which if you're a real noob and you don't know what that means, it makes it so they can't do anything for like a couple seconds. And that's basically Shedletsky. He's very simple. He's very easy to use. In my opinion, he might be the best Sentinel, which is an attack. We'll go through the Sentinel supports and stuff in the end. But he is, in my opinion, one of the best survivors to start as. So, if you're a noob, I wouldn't recommend trying to slash. I wouldn't recommend trying to slash. But a really good slashing Shedletsky tactic is, this won't work on everyone, remember. So you turn around a corner, the killer's chasing you, and then you come around the corner and slash them. Yep. It's very, very good. It's very useful. That's like probably, so when you're the last person standing, when you're the last person alive, it triggers something called last man standing, or LMS for short. And if the killer's getting desperate and like, for example, it's like 10 seconds on the clock and the killer, and you're kind of low, or maybe you're high health, you can slash the killer, so they'll be desperate to get that extra damage. Yeah. Alright, last survivor, Elliot. So, as if you're a noob, I highly, strongly recommend for you to not use Elliot. Not because he's a bad character. He might actually be one of the best, like with teamwork. He throws a pizza, which heals people. That person's dead. He throws a pizza that heals people on contact, and he has rush hour. So they kind of synergize with each other. Rush hour gives you speed 3 for 3 seconds, and if you don't know how fast that is, I'll show you. So at the start of the video, I did like a noob thing. Yeah? Like noob running from here to all the way over there. I'll show you how fast it is with Elliot. Now this isn't necessary. Elliot can't use it 1,000 times. He can only use it once. But if Elliot doesn't have it and he gives someone a pizza, Elliot gets it back, which is kind of cool. If he didn't have that, he'd be kind of underpowered, to be fair. Pizza in the bucket. Yep. So that's basically Elliot. And they also all have emote faces. I just couldn't emote before. Anyway, so we're getting to the end of the video. So let's go over some of the more basic info that's not in-game stuff. Okay, so we got so martial artist and SWAT officer is only in private servers for people with VIP. Just ignore these two. So Shedletsky, Noob, Elliot, Builderman, 2-time, 007 and 7, Taff, Dusika, and Chance. They're all the survivors in public servers. Sentinels are survivors who can stun, who can attack. So that includes Shedletsky, Guest 1337, 2-time, Chance. And you're probably wondering, itching, if you're new, is Guest 1337 from the last guest? Yes, he is. There's also a matte skin. 2 matte skins. Yeah. So now let's go on to another class called the supports, which are basically people meant to support not in stunning but in other stuff. So we got Elliot, Builderman, Duscar, and Taff. They're supports. All of these 4. The best one is probably Builderman because he can heal and he can place a sentry. I'm not going to go over the abilities of the other guys. I only went over these 3 because they're very basic. Alright, let's go through the two survivalists. Survivalists are people who are made to survive longer, so their kit helps them survive. It's mainly helps them survive. Not in stunning the killer, not in slowing the killer, but more or less to slow down the not slow down the killer, speed them up. Like, trick the killer. So we got 007 and 7 and Noob. And you're probably wondering who's the best out of each class. Well, for each class, I'd have to say Noob is the best survivalist. Shedletsky is the best sentinel. And I think it would probably be Elliot that's the best support. They're all very good in their own way. But these 3, the starting characters, they're probably the best because they're the simplest. I'm not even joking. Chance, I'd say the worst out of the groups. So for Sentinels, it's Chance. For supports, I'd have to say it's Duscar because Taff and Builderman are just way better. Duscar can save people from certain death, but yeah, maybe Taff is the worst. It's like kind of a tie. Taff, I feel like Taff's slightly better. And the worst survivalist, unfairly, is 007 and 7 because there's only 2 survivalists. 007 and 7 is a good survivalist. He's actually pretty good. He's the only survivor who can teleport. Yeah. He can teleport. It has a long cooldown and you can't choose where you teleport, but yeah. Okay, that's the video. It was probably one of my longer videos. I really hope this helped you. I hope you do consider liking and subscribing. I dearly hope you do because I only have 27 subscribers and I'm thankful for every one of them. Also, comment down below if you have any video recommendations or anything. But anyways, without further ado, thank you for watching this video and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.